today? Excellent. You know, I mean, this has been a little bit of a long trip for me. We started about three weeks ago. Almost 4 weeks ago in Colombia. I live in the United States, you know, I'm from Taiwan, Taiwanese. But we went to Colombia, you know, to help build teams there, and then we went to Chile, to the south of the world, you know, where the penguins are. And then from there we went to freezing cold Canada at negative 19 degrees. And then from there we stopped over in Taiwan into Singapore, which is nice and warm. So I'm happy to be here, you know, very happy. So let me ask you guys something. How many of you guys believe you can reach your dreams? Excellent. Because that's what I did, you know? And you know, as a kid, I love reading like comic books and watching like, you know, all the cartoons. Anybody like cartoons? Yeah, I know you guys are older now, you know. When you're younger, right? So I remember Superman. I love Superman. He was one of my favorite heroes. And you know, tell me, what's so special about Superman? What is so special?
He's a hero.
He's a hero, right? What did he do? He saved people, and you know, he never got the girl. Well, he kind of got the girl, but you know, but he was saving people. He's making a difference. It was an inspiration. It was awesome, you know. And so, as a young kid, I knew I wanted to do something different. I wanted to, you know, achieve my dream. I believe I can get what I want in life. Well, I think partly it was because I watched too many cartoons, watched too many movies. Anybody like James Bond? Yeah, I watched 007 a lot. I'm like, yeah, I like the car and the girl. You know? So it's filled my brain with all sorts of like crazy dreams. So I said, well, why not? If James Bond can do it, why can't I? If Superman can do it, why can't I? Right? I started asking this question. So I wanted to be free. I knew I wanted to be free from the regular, normal, day-to-day living that most people have. Because I watched my dad, he was an engineer. You know, he did well. He was, you know, he was designing rockets for McDonnell Douglas. But you know, it was a simple life, but it was like not really the life that I saw on the movies. So when I was in college, you know, in university, I started doing different things. So this is a human-powered submarine, okay, that it wasn't a class project. It was just something my friends and I decided, hey, let's do something different. Because we were kind of bored with class, okay? And so we started developing and building this. We made it out of pizza box in the beginning, right? Those little pizza boxes, little I don't know, like spines. And we built it. We didn't have money, you know, we didn't have support, we just figured it out. We said, okay, we want to do something cool. Well, part of it was, you know, there was a contest, it was going to be somewhere else, and there's going to be girls. When you're young, you know, that's what I thought, right? So we, you know, engineers, there's no girls around, they're usually all men, right? So that's how I started. But I started at a young age, started thinking, just, you know, simple thing like what you all did. You started watching cartoons and seeing movies and started thinking, wow, what if I can have that life? We started dreaming, imagining. So I started putting that in a university. And then afterwards, I got a job. My first job was at a company called DuPont Aerospace. And so I was asked, you know, with a team of about 15 engineers to develop that fighter jet over there. It's a jet that takes off like straight up in the air. And then like, oh, I go, this is cool. I feel like, wow, I'm gonna make a difference. It's a little like Superman, but you know. And then my boss said, okay, well, I want you to work on the other one. That one, it was called the X33 or 34. It would fly from Singapore to Los Angeles, and guess how many hours? 5 hours. Wow, is I. Unfortunately, I got laid off, so no plane. You know, government contracts, they change your mind, right? But what would have been if that would have became true? So since I got laid off, I went to look for a job at Sony. You know, I started developing cell phones, mobile phones. I was working out there. But you know, within a year and a half, you know, because my dad told me, You work for a big company and they take care of you the rest of your life. I go, okay. Unfortunately, it wasn't true. At DuPont, they said bye-bye. Sony, they said bye-bye. I went to Motorola, you know what happened? Bye-bye, yeah, you guys got it, huh? You been laid off too? So after that, I told my dad, Dad, you know, I think your world and my world, it's like Mars and the Earth. I'm living in Mars. This is not the same world that you lived in. So I gotta do something different. I said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? I said, I got it. I know of one way where I will never be laid off. Own my own business, right? Who's a boss? Who owns their own business here? Yeah, excellent, right? You control your life and everything. So it's really cool. My office is right over there. This is La Jolla, California. It's beautiful. It's like tourist country. You know, I was overlooking the ocean. You know, it looked like I had a great life. But you know what? It wasn't that great. Because I never leave my office until at night. I get into my office before the sunrise. So it was really more like looking at a beautiful painting of this, you know, this beautiful scenery. So it wasn't quite the same life that I wanted, you know? And more importantly, it was having your own business is a big risk, right? Anybody does it. You have to invest a lot of money, you know, you don't know if you're gonna get that back. You know, in 2001, when there's a crash, right? The tech bubble burst in the United States. Guess what happened? My business bursted too, along with 90-something% of the businesses. And so I learned a hard lesson. You know, I figured if I continue, I would be successful running a business. But, you know, I was single at that time, so it's not that bad. But what if I had a wife or kids? That's a lot of stress on my family. But why was I willing to do all this? And I believe myself, just like you guys are, you want to make a difference in your family, right? You want to have them have a better life, better future. And so that's why I did it. I knew if I don't do this, you know, my wife is have to be stressed. She would have to struggle. My kids would not have the opportunities. And so I knew I had to come up with a way. And so I was searching. And I wanted, most importantly, what? For my parents. Because my parents were getting older, and I knew I better hurry up and get successful before they get old. So I knew I had to figure out something, right? So people always ask me, how did you find New Skin? And why New Skin as a platform? I mean, you had jobs, you know, you're a high-paid engineer. You had your own businesses, okay, as an entrepreneur. But why network marketing? You know, when I decided to do New Skin, you know what my dad said to me? Congratulations, you made the best choice. No, of course not. He said, are you crazy? Do you know what multi-level marketing is? I go, no. It's what they call the, I don't know, 老鼠会, right? That's what my dad said. I didn't know what it is. I have no idea what you just said. And he said, no, those are for people who have no money. You know, it's for the low people. It's not for successful people. You have a degree, you had your own company. Why are you doing this to embarrass us as a family? Anybody, the parents said that to you? Don't worry, I won't say it, okay? And so it was difficult. I mean, he told me, he said, look, Steve, look, all my friends' kids, they have their companies, they're high in they're in the corporate jobs, whatnot, and you're doing network marketing. That is so embarrassing. I said, okay, this is difficult, it's awkward. But I saw something different about it, okay? And so, when I started doing this, right, this is what we call the road to success. I thought, okay, I saw those guys, yeah, they're multi-millionaires, they made 1 million, 10 million, 20 million. Okay, I want to do that. And so what was my idea? I'm going to start, and it's going to go straight up. I think we're kind of missing, like, this thing's kind of jumped a little bit. But anyways, this is what the road looks like. You know, having your dream income takes work. And you might have ups, you might have down, and that's how it works. So when I started this, it was like that's my sponsor over there, Alan. When he called me to do this, I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I said, do you? He said, no, I don't know. He's made tens of millions of dollars in a traditional business. Okay, he's a traditional business guy. He sold yo-yos. Did very well around the world. I said, have you done this network marketing? He said, no, not at all. I said, great, let's figure it out. I said, we can figure it out, right? And there's obstacles. There are constantly obstacles and stuff. And so when Alan showed me this business, it was really funny. When we started it, he came to our house. He didn't know what to do, so our other upline, Eileen, did the talking. So we were curious. So it was at 11 o'clock at night, because we were busy. He came, showed us, and then we didn't sign up. And we called the next day. Eileen lives like an hour and a half by drive away. So next day we called Eileen because Alan had to go back to Hawaii. So we called Eileen, can you come again? She said, oh, again? Yeah, can you come at 11 o'clock at night? She was dedicated. She came again. We didn't sign up. And she came again. We didn't sign up. After about 4 times, we finally said, okay, we'll join. She called and said, thank God. But before that event, when they showed us, was a guy named Jeff Mack, right there in the circle. Before she showed us, before when we got interested, was my friend Alan told me, hey, you gotta come and see this new technology. Okay, it was the scanner that you saw over there. It can measure your immune system, the antioxidants, whatnot. And so I went, and this is a big business. So we went to this in downtown Hollywood, one of these nail salons. We walked into the nail salon, and guess what? Jeff Mack standing there in the suit. The wallpaper is falling apart. There's holes in the chairs, and we sit down. And as he's going through his presentation, I hear this ch-ch-ch, ch-ch-ch. I look over, I said, what is that? I go, oh my God. That's a slide projector. You guys know what a slide projector is? Yeah, most of you guys are too young. So when I was a kid, my parents had a slide projector. You put a slide, and it goes one at a time. And he was talking about the latest technology. We're not talking about 1960s or 70s, okay? We're talking about like recently. And he was showing a high-tech business with some low-tech thing. I said, oh my God, what's going on? But when I finally got scanned, my score was low. I said, okay, fine. So we got interested, right? So how come I believe I can be successful? Because I've never done this before. I wasn't born a multi-level marketer or whatever that means. I was never born like that. So there were obstacles, right? You have obstacles, challenges, and doubts. So just like how I started in school, right? To build that submarine, it took a lot of time, a lot of effort, dedication. We were there all night, a lot of times. You have to dedicate it. You gotta go through challenges, obstacles to be successful. That's just part of life. Well, one of my biggest challenges was my wife. Anybody have that? Don't raise your hand, okay, guys? I don't want to get you in trouble. My wife helped me in the very beginning. But after a few months, she said, some of her family quit and whatnot, and she said, no, I don't want to do this. This is stupid, and you need to quit too. I said, I need what? She said, no, you're done. No more new skits for you. Chinese wives. And so when she said that, I go, what do you mean? I think this can get our dreams, right? I believe this is something huge. She says, no, you do this and we are through. Oh! I said, man, I should have married an American wife. No, I'm just kidding. She's not here, right? Okay. No, I love my wife. Sherry's amazing. But so it was difficult. I have challenges just like you do. And that was the first challenge. Getting through the gate was that. But you just gotta have, I'm not saying just say, no, screw you and I'm gonna do this. No, have a communication. Talk about it, bring your upline. There's always somebody that can help share something that can inspire them, or at least they might be able to understand, right? So that was, what my motivation was in New Skin is my life. This is a dream board that we put together of what our life's gonna look like. We had up and downs. And just like in my business, I used to talk to people, and then they go, yeah, I'm gonna do new skin. And then tomorrow I call them and say, okay, let's get ready to start. I go, hello? They hung up on me. I mean, it happens. People quit. They quit everything in life, When I had a company, people, become my employees and they quit. They go somewhere else. It's like anything in life. But I just remembered my motivation, and I took action towards it. And that was a cool thing. So in 2009, we grew so quickly. Why? There's a reason. People say, well, Steve, you guys grew so quickly, became one of the fastest growing. Why? I said, well, it's really simple. I don't care what you do, what system, what upline. It's very simple. We just talked to like 6 to 8. We did like 6 to 8 presentations a day to people. If you do that much work from morning, like 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning, every day we did from Monday through Sunday for like 2 years straight, I guarantee you're going to be successful. Doesn't matter if you're doing TR90, you're doing galvanic spot, whatever you do. That's it. It was really simple. We just worked hard. I mean, people always ask me, what is your secret? What are your secrets? No, that is the secret. And if you get that, and you do that, you're going to have tremendous success. So it was really amazing, We got to go to, stand on stage in Sweden, at the Mayor's Hall, where they give out the Nobel Peace Prize. That was like, cool. My friend said, isn't that what they give out a Nobel Prize? Did you get a Nobel Prize? I said, no. I wanted to say yes so badly, right? So because of that, we were able to achieve many of our dreams. And, there was a sacrifice in the beginning. In the beginning, I mean, imagine you work from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m., 7 days a week for two years straight. Something's got to give. We had to talk to our kids and said, can you let yourself in? Can you cook? Just a microwave. There's sacrifices, but it's temporary. 2 years of hard work that set us up for life. Does that make sense? Most people, they work how many years? You get out of school at 20 and they work till 65, right? Is that the retirement age here? 65? Okay. 45 years of hard work. Well, what we did, we took if you have 45 years of hard work, right? That means you have 45 years of obstacles, challenges you have to go through. There may be tens of thousands, maybe 10,000 obstacles and challenges you got to go through in 45 years. We just did it in 2 years. So what does that mean? Oh my God, you might be pulling your hair out because you're not getting an obstacle every month or two. You have it every 5 minutes or an hour. But we figured it out and we followed through. We took lots of action and we were persistent. And it changed our life. So that's my before and after, Yeah, I got a lot of wrinkles from doing this. No, that was before. That was at 30 years old. My lights used to be all the way down the side like this, like a fan. Because I surf, I'm in the ocean, I'm in the sun. It's horrible for your skin. I didn't care, I was a guy. But when I started doing new skin, my wife said, you gotta use the products. Okay. It reminds me of what Joe said. Joe was talking about bacteria, right? Trust me, I think my face was so full of bacteria. You know how I wash my hands? I did it before I put my skincare on. So, I love what we have at age like me. But before and after, right? I'm 45 years old from 15 years ago. Big difference for me. And that's my family. My wife, my kids, my son, my daughter. So 10 years later, my daughter's now 24 years old. And doesn't she look great? She's awesome. She's a very amazing girl. But more importantly is, look at Sherry, my wife, in the pink. Some people will say, which one? The pink? Yes, that's my wife. Someone said, did you get a new wife? I said, yes, every year, with the same name. We have the age-locked wives, they get younger and younger. What are you gonna do? I'm just lucky. You know, Sherry is 9 years older than me. Can you guys do the math? I'm not gonna say it here because otherwise she might get killed. She's 9 years older than me, but she looks amazing. Just like many of you guys, okay? Yeah, I love Sherry. She's amazing. So we started with the Galvanic Spa. Okay? We started building with this. You know, you might have started with TR90. You know, go with that. You might start this or whatever. Focus on whatever your team is doing. We just did that like crazy. Day in and day out. So people, they were asking me, so what are your thoughts about Age Long Me? I love it. I love it because, you know, no more bacteria on my face. You know, Joe Ching, you know, I'm listening to your advice. Yeah. It fits our model of what we were doing, you know, with a quick demonstration, and then, you know, we demonstrate, we showed income, and then we went and did that. All I know is, I have so many friends that wouldn't use skincare before, the men, and they're now starting to use it. And as an opportunity, before with the Galvanic Spa, sometimes it's hard to talk to the men. But now with this, it changed everything. So speed is quick. You don't have to talk. And the best part is that I love the apps that you guys develop. I don't need to be an expert. They go, do you know much about skincare? I said, no, just here it is. This will answer all your questions. Wrinkles, spots, all that stuff. It answers every question for them. That's all they need. So I don't need to be an expert. Before with the Galvanic, they ask you, so what about my brown spots and wrinkles? I don't answer them. I just give them the app and then they go, here, figure it out yourself. Yeah, no, a little bit more. Yeah, more wrinkles, more. Yeah, that's you. No, don't do that, okay? But that's what happens. They figure it out. That's why I love it. So, because of this business, you know, it's taken me all over the world. You know, this was just in Colombia the other day. And the best part about that is, you know, I love being able to see people smile, see them change their lives. You know, I see people who are just, I mean, they come in, they're so stressed with their job or their business and they don't see a future to like having big smiles because, hey, maybe they're not making, you know, their $1 million circle yet, but they're seeing the growth, seeing the changes, and that is so cool and fulfilling for me. Because I remember, you know, watching those movies, the people, the James Bond changing people's lives, Superman, whatnot. I'm like, wow, if I can just help more and more people get what they want in their life, I am so satisfied. That's the coolest thing about this business, really. So in Colombia, you know, you'll see people, I mean, they, all ages, you know, you see Asian, Latinos, Americans, everybody, they want a better life. It's not just the Singaporeans and Malaysians, okay? It's everybody. That's the cool part. So here's the thing. People talk about dream income, okay? To have your dream income, your road to success looks like this. This is the experience. See, many people think the bottom chart right there, the blue line, is what your income should look like. It's not. It's the top one. But your experience continues to increase. Do you know when people quit New Skin? Right there. Maybe they grew, maybe their income dropped, and they go, oh my God, I am horrible at this business. I can't do it. I'm not making as much money anymore, or whatever reason. Look, that chart is the same for when I have my traditional business. Okay? Any business is the same. But that's when people quit. So I tell my team, don't quit if you're at that point. Because at that point, if you go straight down below, you have more experience, you're better, you're smarter, you're stronger. You have a temporary income drop, so what? You gotta be persistent, go take action, and you will have the life that you want. Guaranteed. Do you know why? Because eventually you're gonna be that good. You're gonna be like your million, 5 million, 10, $20 million circle. You will have the experience to do anything you want. You know, I mean seriously, honestly, If everybody in my team quits and I have no more distributors or customers, guess where I'm at? I'm at 100. My experience level is high. You can drop me off in, I don't know, Dubai or wherever, some other country, I don't even speak the language, and I can build it back up. Why? I have the experience, I have the knowledge, I have the confidence, and that is a secret to New Skin. That's the main key thing. So if you ever thought, oh my God, I need to quit, don't do that. Because you have built your experience, and that is a secret. That's something nobody can take away from you. You can build it up again. You know what to do, trust me. Just ask yourself, do I know more than now than before? Of course. And that is the coolest part. And because of that, my family changed, you know. I want to change my family's life. I want to change the world, you know. And we got to take my parents. My parents are 71, you know. They look great. You know, they're awesome. Now, I gave them a gift. I told my parents, okay, my dad's kind of like interesting. He's an engineer. I told my mom first, Mom, I'm going to give you a gift. Round the world vacation as long as you want, anywhere you want for a year. My mom's like, wow, okay, I'm in. I said, go tell Dad. So at night, I called my mom. So what did Dad say? You know, son, I don't know about this vacation. We're kind of getting old. This is like about 4 years ago. We're getting old, you know, 2-week vacation is enough. We're tired. We need a rest. Man, what happened? What changed? You know, just like when you talk to your distributors, right? Your new prospect, they go back, talk to their husband, and they're like, what happened to them? Well, my dad, you know, gave her some other idea. So I said, okay, so what can we do? Okay, let's do something. He said, look, why don't you give us a 2-week vacation the rest of our lives? Okay? This is a few years ago. Now, like this year, if you add up all the vacation time they had, it's probably 3 months they've been out last year. Why? They've been taking all the age-lock products inside and out, and it's been amazing. I see my parents get young. You know, they're so happy, they have energy, they can do all the things they want. It's so amazing. So I not only created freedom for myself, but just amazing life for my parents. Thank you. So of course my wife, Sherry, I love her so much, you know. She's amazing, and that's why I do this, because I want to give, you know, whatever my wife wants. Whatever she wants, I'm going to say, yes, honey, go ahead. You want 5 purses? Go ahead. I don't want to like complain. I want to say, show me the price. I used to do that because it was stressful buying purses for her, you know? And of course, I love traveling, so everywhere I go, I surf. You know, I want to explore. I want to be on adventures. I want to change people's lives. That is a cool thing. So just like, what symbol is this from a company? Nike. What is their famous saying? Just do it. Don't think, just do it. You have a whole team ahead of you, from your sponsors, your team. They have a whole method for you to do. Just do it, that's it. Change your life. Don't wait. So if you want something bad enough, you fly to get it. You go after it. I wanted my wife, I haven't had time to tell you my whole story for that. That's an interesting one. But you know, I wanted her. I saw her. Within a month of meeting her, I said, this is the woman I'm going to marry. So I went after her and got what I wanted. So you have to believe. And then you just got to go after it. That's it. It's just that simple. Anything you want in life. You want to become a $1 Million Circle member. You want to have a better life. You want to help your parents. You want to look young. You want to look thin and sexy. Just do it. Just go after it like anything. So, this is what I want to end with. You know, life is short. You guys agree? I mean, you turn around, 10 years go by, like that, boom. If you see something here, you're like, wow, this is something, you know, this is for me. Maybe you're a distributor, maybe you're not. But you might see something different and say, wait a minute, maybe this can get me exactly what I want in my life. You know, I learned to trust my instincts. Trust my instincts, not what other people say. My instinct. If I have a feeling, and if this feeling is like, you know, a happy feeling or something, I know I go after. I go, yes, this is it. Let's do it. And you just gotta grab onto that, grab on tight, and just go 100 miles an hour. And I guarantee you, you will change your life forever. Are you guys ready to do that? Yes. Are you guys ready to do that? Yes. Okay, let's do it together, all right? Yes. Thank you guys very much. Love you guys.